So now that we've got our frame definition file done, we're actually going to dive in and start coding the other pages that will appear. So we're going to create header.html, menu.html, home.html, so that we can display those on the screen. So here we're going to start with the header frame. So we're going to do File, New, and then File, Save As, and you should be in class Unit 5, and we're going to save this as header.html so that we can link it to our frame definition file. So it needs to match the name exactly for the frame we want to link to. So header.html, header.html. So then from here, a couple of things we want to think through. First, it's going to display the company logo. So what you're going to notice first, once we get all the code in there, is that it's going to display this picture here. And the second piece is that we want that company logo to actually act as a link. So we're going to code it so that when that company link is clicked on, it basically sets that home main page, it sets this piece back to this original picture, okay? So that's where we're headed. So to start, let's get all of that general code in there. So we have our doc type tag, our open and close HTML tags. Then we indent in and we have our header tags. And then here we have our title, which is Bill Thomas Illustrations. There we go. Then from here, because we are not creating a frame definition file, we will have a body opening and closing tag. So remember, the frame definition is just when we're actually breaking up the window. Now we're just creating a web page to be displayed in a window, so it's going to use a body tag. So from here, a couple of things. First, we want to really use some good formatting here. So we're going to say the text is going to be navy. We have a link that is going to be white. So those are all of our links that can be clicked on. All of our V links are going to be white. I might need to put that in quotations. And then all of our A links are going to be white. So I'm trying to make my web page look consistent with some navy text as well as some white links. So all of those links are white regardless of whether they've been clicked or not. Then from here, and I'm going to kind of start slow, so I'm going to first add my image. So I'm going to add in the image, and you should already have this downloaded. So the source for that image is equal to the Thomas logo.jpg. Okay, so we've got that Thomas logo.jpg in there, and we're just going to start here by giving it a width of 179 pixels and a height of 81 pixels. Okay, so I'm going to save this now. I'm not going to add that link in just yet. I want to actually show you what happens now that we've created this page. So notice these are saved inside of the same folder. Now, if I run just the header page is going to appear. That's it. Not the frame definition file, just the header page. However, if I now go back to my frame definition file and I actually run it, what you'll notice is that that image is now displayed up inside of that particular frame. So right now it's not clickable, it's not a link, but it's displayed, which is kind of cool. So the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to program this a little bit further, and we're actually going to go and we're going to make this a link. So I'm going to put a link tag above and below it, just so I can say, well, I'm linking around this particular image. I'm actually going to indent it in so I can see it. And now this gets a little confusing, but kind of bear with me. So we have a link. And what we want to happen when we click on this link is we want the Thomas waterfall picture, so this one right here, we want the Thomas waterfall picture to be linked somewhere. So what that means is we're going to link it somewhere. So we're going to start by saying, well, we want href is equal to thomaswaterfall.jpg. Now leave this for right now. I want to show you what happens as is. We have Thomas waterfall.jpg, and you should have this already loaded into your folder. Now, if I go back and I run, this is now a link. I can see that when I click on it. However, if I just have an href equals thomaswaterfall.jpg, JPEG, when I click on it, it changes this frame. That's not the frame I want to change. I don't want to change this frame. I want to change this main frame when Bill Thomas Illustrations is clicked on. So what I need to do instead is I need to add to it. So here I want to link this picture, and this is where we use the target. And we're saying we're going to link this picture to the target that I named Win Main. We have a location named Win Main. We're going to link it to Win Main. And now if I run this again, what you'll notice is by adding in that target, when I click here, the image appears in a different location. So that target, what this is really saying is link this picture to this location when the logo is clicked. It's kind of a cool connection. So you can see that we have the href in there. And when it's clicked, when this link is clicked, this hyperlink reference appears in this location, which we've named as this third frame right here. So you should now have, if you rerun this code here, notice how nothing's appearing yet, but when I click on Bill Thomas Illustrations, now the picture of that little boy on the waterfall appears. So make sure you have that working, and if you do, you can move on to the next video where we'll actually do the menu bar.